And we are back here on the college basketball experience. Myself, Noah Bieniek, and Moneyline Mac getting ready to run through the slate for December 20th, picking every game against the spread using mybookie.ag lines here. And Colby even sent us slides. So
what a guy.
What a guy, Colby. Great job. And we'll see if he jumps in here to finish out the show. He did send us his locks. Mac, do you have the ability to pull those up as we go along, or do you already know them as we're going here?
Yeah, hold on. I have our text messages pulled up. I am putting them in our group chat on the side.
Actually, yeah, go ahead and text that to me. And here's what I'll do. I will put them into the ticker at the bottom of the show, because the reason why we don't even do this is because Colby's computer, for some reason, the fan gets worked up for it. But yeah, when we get to one of those games, I'll.
This is one of his locks because it's a standalone game.
Yeah, the first two are his locks. So let's just operate the ticker right now. There are Colby's locks scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And here we go. Valparaiso plays Western Michigan in a standalone game here, tipping off at 1:00. I guess by Colby's definition, this is standalone because it tips first, but there is a game at 2:00 too. So, but yeah, he's saying that he's getting forced into betting this apparently. So he is on the Valpo side as they're getting 1.5 points in Kalamazoo against the Western Michigan Broncos. Mac, what are you doing in this game?
Are you locking this game?
Are you?
Well, yeah, you know I
am. I don't think this is a standalone game.
So you're picking between the two? Or are you going to give the people what they want and lock up this game?
No. I'm not even going to be awake for this game.
It's at fucking 1:00 Eastern. We have a lock battle. Colby is on the Crusaders. He's a Crusader now that he doesn't show up. He likes Valpo. I like the Bronx. Come to Kalamazoo. Get your ass beat. Let's go, kids. Get across the finish line. Take fucking Valpo on the road. What's he thinking? Let's go. Max should gets it done early and often.
Yeah, I'm going to take Western Michigan here with you. I think they'll win the battle on the glass here as they're pretty aggressive on the glass. So I'll take the Broncos -1.5. We move on to the next game here where Colby also has a bet. Is he listing this one as standalone too? He is. This one's at 2:00. The 1:00 game will be going on during the second half, so I don't know if it's standalone in my definition, but we've got the Houston Christian Huskies taking on Texas A&M. Texas A&M is -31 in this matchup, and Colby has bet Houston Christian. So, Mac, what are you going to do in this matchup?
Listen, man, I had Houston Christian on the money line the other day, and that was a great win for Craig Doughty in year number 1. They're about to get run the fuck out of jail. A&M has played traditionally with their food in this game. Actually, ironically, Noah, they played on the same day last year. Same exact day or same scenario. And Texas A&M was laying 34. They did not cover. They only won by 27. They're covering this year. They're much better. I will lock battle Colby again, and they'll go into Christmas with a little jolly old fella. A&M for me, Houston Christian for Dundee. Where are you going?
I don't love this spot. I think it's still just too many points. The buzzsaw doesn't really just destroy teams like this. Earlier this season, when they did play other bye games, they lost by 31 to Texas and 35 to Creighton. So I'll take the points, but again, don't really love this to jump on this in a quote-unquote standalone game here. Norfolk State and Grambling are the next matchup that we're going to talk about here for Friday's slate. This one tips at 4 p.m. Norfolk is -3, and Mac, this is like the championship game of this two-game bracket, 4-team MTE in the Chris Paul Invitational or something like that.
Grambling lost, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they were predetermined.
So it's just 2 matchups, and it's just a dumb get-together. Yeah. Not a fan. We need a winner. We need to give out a trophy.
So like I said, Grambling's been disappointing. They've broken everybody's hearts in the chat as a favorite. Now they're flipping over to a dog. Give me Grambling. Lock it up. They're going to win the game outright. They're going to knock off Norfolk.
Pass. I'm going Sparty. Norfolk State's actually got a couple of good wins on their resume this season. James Madison, UC Davis. They're up and down, but they're playing a really good schedule. Now that I think they're playing teams more of their competition, I think they're actually considerably better than Grambling State. The neutral court will keep Grambling in this game, I think. But Norfolk State was money yesterday on this floor, so why can't they do it again? I think I like Sparty here in this matchup.
You know how this goes. The back-to-backs on the neutral floor, and it never gets success never gets duplicated on a back-to-back. Let's go. Grambling, lock it up. Bounce back. Grambling. I got confidence you guys are gonna right the ship tomorrow. Don't let me down again.
So Illinois Chicago plays Seattle at 5:00 tomorrow, and Seattle is a 6.5-point favorite. You can find a 5.5 out there, 6 out there, but on my bookie 6.5 we're going with, and Mac. They're back at the crack house.
They are, but they actually have not been that good at the crack house this year. They've kind of sucked everywhere. I mean, they randomly won.
No, they only had the one loss at Liberty.
They randomly won at UC San Diego. Like, how the hell did they win at UC San Diego?
The only home loss that they have is Liberty.
Yeah.
The only other home game in D1 is Portland State. I think you're blowing smoke up my ass right now.
They haven't done anything at home.
They've only played 4 games, and 2 of them against non-D1 teams.
They would have never lost to Liberty in the past at the crack
Illinois
house.
Coming off back-to-back overtime games against Dartmouth and Little Rock.
I do like Seattle. I'm
going to bet Seattle. Illinois Chicago has only hit the road 3 times this season. Northwestern, Little Rock, and they played a MTE 3 games in Daytona Beach, and they went 1-2. I'm ready to lock Seattle, so I'm going to do it. Give me the Red Storm or the Red Hawks, whatever they are now. The Red Hawks. And go shop around. There's a better number out there. Seattle, -6.5 there. I'm writing that down for later. Ryder and Penn. Is that next slide here? Yeah, Ryder and Penn do battle in Philly, Pennsylvania. Penn is -2.5 in this game.
Absolutely beautiful game, I should say. I am going to bet the Quakers.
Who?
The Quakers. I like the Quakers here at home. I saw them in person against VCU on the road. They've had 10 days off to right the ship a little bit here. They actually have not been playing the worst basketball in the world. I mean, at VCU, they're never going to win just because of that matchup. Drexel game got away late. They beat Maine last time they were at home, or actually they lost to Elon, but Elon's been pretty good this year. I like the Quakers, better coach. Give me Penn to get it done. I think they're favored for a reason.
I'm going Ryder. Not much conviction for me on either side of this game, but Ryder is my pick for that one. We've got Delaware State and Alabama State next.
I'm logging it up. Yeah, good to say. I'm logging it up. The Quakers, home team.
We have Delaware State and Alabama State next in the Mohegan Sun, the CP3 get together for no winner, just 2 games. Doesn't care who they get matched up with. We got 1-1 or 1-0 teams playing 0-1 teams. It doesn't matter. Just 2 games. You only get 2 games. Whatever. I like Delaware State catching the points. I don't know why Alabama State's laying 5.5 here.
I'm on Alabama State. Everybody's going 1-1 in this event. Alabama State wins. This is a lock. This is telling. Why are they laying 5.5? Great.
You're crazy.
Oh yeah, Alabama State rolls. Them and Grambling are coming through tomorrow. Bounce back on the HBCU Classic.
In case it makes you change your mind, Penn has gone up to 4.
Oh God, don't say that. These fuckers are watching the show, and every pick I give out, they fucking bet it up, those bastards.
No, I just didn't look at the updated line before I read it off on Colby's slide.
You're fucking lying. Everybody's watching the show right now. Make sure you subscribe, Jack. If you're going to bet my fucking games, at least subscribe. Or otherwise, I'm leaving on January 1st.
Gone. Sayonara. See you later. Holy Cross and Sienna play here.
What the fuck?
I have no read on Sienna right now, but they are laying 4.5 points against the Crusaders. You can get a 5.5 out there too.
It's a dead number, ain't it?
Yeah. They don't know what's going to happen either.
I think Sienna's the right side. Holy Cross off the double-digit road dog win against Quinnipiac. Sienna got their teeth kicked in. Sienna's been all right against like competition. I'll take Sienna. Who you taking?
I froze for a little bit, I think. Sienna? Again, a game that I don't have a read on Sienna at all right now, and just feels like, Holy Cross just beat Quinnipiac, who went to the NCAA tournament last year. Yeah, I'll go Sienna. I don't love that though. Next game here is Yale playing Akron. Hell of a game. Is Colby's location? Yeah, El Paso. Why in the world are they in El Paso here? Hell of a matchup in the middle of nowhere where there's probably not going to be any fans here. Probably favors Yale, in my opinion. And they are favored by 3.5 here on the slide that Colby's created. Mac, your thoughts?
Akron wins. Akron's, I think, athleticism and size. I think they can bother Yale here and be more physical. They're off the Milwaukee game where they gave up 100 points. Rare spot where they kind of just laid down defensively. Yale coming in hot, beating Vermont. I like Akron here. I'll lock up the Zips to get it done on the neutral floor.
Their defense hasn't been that great this season. Traditionally, it's been better. This year, not so great. Like I said, I think the neutral site helps Yale because I think Akron's fan base, had this been a home game for Akron, they would have probably been they would have showed up, I would say. I think Yale wins this and covers.
You locking it?
No, you can play your music.
Dog it up. Game opened at 1.5. Stayed that. Fluky CLV. Zip, 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 zip.
All right. We've got Longwood and NC Central. Colby has locked Longwood at -3.5. That's where we're picking this game here.
Do you know why?
No, I don't know why. Do you know why?
They played last Saturday. Central won as an 8-point underdog at Longwood. Now you got the return trip.
Central hung 112 on Mid-Atlantic Christian during the week.
Yeah. They're feeling too cocky. Longwood's going to get them. Longwood got embarrassed by him less than 7 days ago. Longwood's going to put it on him. I will lock up the Lancers. This would have been a sleepy spot for Longwood if they had not dropped the game at home. I'll lay it. I'll lock it. Lay that wood. Lay it hard during the holiday season. Let's go Longwood. Who are you doing?
Yeah, and this is a good point from Clark too. It actually, I like it even more. Yale's leading scorer, John Pulakaitis. He's going to cash a check transfer at the end of the season. I guarantee you that's what's going to fucking happen. I mean, more power to him if he's wanting to use to redshirt and just cash the check as a grad senior or with 2 years of eligibility, maybe outside of the Ivy League. I think he should have done it prior to the season beginning, but I think the 1 game bump here for Yale, and then they're not going to be as good without him. He was a big piece of that team. We've got I like Longwood quite a bit there too. That one's a fringe lock for me. If I get to the end of the show and I don't have enough bets, I'm going to like Longwood there.
You don't have enough bets already. Everybody's on you.
St. John's plays Providence here. And Providence College is getting 6.5 points against the old ball coach.
What is Colby doing?
The Johnnies. Colby has locked the Johnnies at -6.5.
Is he drunk?
They are laying 6 now, for what it's worth. St. John's laying 6 at Providence.
Hopkins or no Hopkins, Providence at the dunk as a dog is an auto play.
Do you know something I don't know with Hopkins here?
No, I mean, if he plays, that gives him a boost. If not, it'll be a little bit harder. They probably won't win, but this is going to be a 1-possession game. This is the dunk Friday night. Rick Pitino coming back. This place is going to be on fucking fire. 1-possession game, Providence lock.
I think they sat him against the Bonnies for this.
I think so too. I mean, they've selectively played him in big home games or get up spots in the Big East. So yeah. And St. John's just won by 40 the other night. They're feeling good. Colby's biased for the guy Rick Pitino here. Yo, trust the dunk. Friday night, tall boys.
Yeah, TVDBJ probably saying that Colby likes a revenge angle for Pitino, but yeah, I'm on Providence, but I gotta know Hopkins. What's up if he's gonna play or not here? Then I'm
fading the dunk, negative CLV or negative EV, whatever.
Don't fade the building.
Yeah, this is a building play. If I go down with the building, I go down with the building.
Correct.
And I mean, what is St. John's done on the road this year? I just thought of that.
Have they hit the road? They've played in the Bahamas.
Have they even hit the road?
This is their first true road game.
Oh my God! They're gonna scratch that. Providence, right?
What is Colby
doing? What is he doing? Oh man, he's lost his mind. He's lost his mind here.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm gonna take the double lock. I'm taking.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm taking the points. If Hopkins plays, they are winning the game. Yes. They are winning the game if he plays. I'm just saying it. Double lock music right here.
He's going against all his systems. He's got the blinders on for his guy Pitino.
That's a crazy move. That's a crazy move.
Providence is going to fuck him up, and then Pitino will have a nice, epic post-game rant to get his team focused coming out of Christmas. He's calculated. This is a scheduled loss. Providence big.
That is a scheduled loss. First road game of the season. He's a veteran coach. He's got to do better. He has to play a road game before the first Big East road game.
Even Kim English can win at the dunk. Everybody wins at the dunk.
Yeah, that is a great point. We've got App State doing battle with North Texas in Denton. Home game for North Texas after App State lost to Louisiana. Let's talk about that real quick, Mac. Your thoughts on Marlin getting canned today?
Bro, what the fuck? Did something come out why he got fired? Like, did
no? But I think there's more to the story.
Racist or sexist?
There has to be more to the story.
There's no way that he got fired without some scandal shit.
He got canned after a win. They won the Sunbelt home opener, and then he's done. He's
like that's a slap. That's a slap in the face of what he's done there for 15 years.
100%.
He should at least, if you're going to move on, be a man and move on from at the end of the year. I mean, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
are we doing? You're going to fire a guy that's been the best program in the Sun Belt over the last 15 years and been to NCAA tournaments? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
He has the best win percentage in the Sun Belt during his tenure at Louisiana. Longest tenured head coach currently in the Sun Belt until today. I don't know. I something happened. There's more to the
Something had
story.
to have happened, man. There's
I'm
no
crossing
way.
my fingers that that's the case, because if not, this is just
Clowns.
idiotic to can him. Because if he stepped away due to health or something like that, it would have been the term stepped away from the program, or is handing it off to so-and-so as the interim here. But to say relieved of his duties, to me, means that the institution let him go. And I don't know. I just think it's the wrong move. Even if something happened, you just got to give him some time away for the holidays and then bring him back in, see how the situation goes. That would be how I would have handled it. But I don't know. So App State comes in here off the loss to U of L, and North Texas is laying 12.5 points after they just murdered Mississippi Valley State. Your thoughts?
Kind of like App State. App State, I mean, tough loss the other night against Louisiana. Louisiana was due, but they also played High Point recently tough. I think I'm going to lock App State. I think this is a single-digit game.
I'm locking this too. Both of these teams play really, really slow. Same play style. App State looking to drag it out, bring them into the muck, because I think North Texas is the better team this season. And North Texas welcomes that. They play at the 343rd tempo in the country this season, and they're typically always lethargically slow. I think that's going to allow App State to stay in this game. It's going to be a low-scoring game in the 60s, and the Mountaineers lose by less than 12.5. So I'm going to lock this as well with you.
Let's go. Let's go, Mountaineers. Kern's a good coach. Back-to-back losses. They're going to come in.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. We've got Dayton and Cincy next. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about this? I tried my darndest to find a picture of basketball being played at Heritage Bank Center for the thumbnail. This is a minor league hockey arena for the Cincinnati Blades, I believe it is. What are we doing? If you're going to play in Cincinnati, play it on campus, right?
Yeah, and then played at Dayton the next year. They played at that stupid arena last year, and Dayton did come in and beat them.
Good point. Dayton, though, off of the Marquette win, right?
Yeah.
Right. And
no, off UNLV.
Oh, same thing. 1 point win against UNLV, tight one there. And Cincinnati still off the Xavier win. I have trouble handicapping the spot, Mac. You seemed confident in a side here.
Bearcats. Laid it out. Dayton beat them last year. Revenge. And I just think their size. I think their size wears them down. Dayton's playing their third emotional game in 6 days. Hard game. I mean, the Marquette game took a lot out of them, clearly. The UNLV game, I think, took a lot out of them, more than we think. I think this is where the Bearcats' size and athleticism just chokes them out here. Give me Cincinnati to win by 8 to 10 points. I'll look at the Bearcats.
I think there's a lot of hype on the Cincinnati team, and I don't know how good they are yet. Dayton's had a really good week, and I think it continues. I think they win the game outright.
Ooh, you want to battle?
Nah, I'm gonna pass because I am a little bit afraid of the two big games here they've had. It's a tough spot to handicap. Cincy off the Xavier win, Dayton off the 2 great games.
The Natty revenge angle.
All right, and Colby. This was a double lock with Colby. He had Cincinnati as well.
Yeah.
Jackson State plays UTEP tomorrow. This is also in El Paso, Texas. This is same building, Don Haskins Center, so maybe an MTE with Yale and Akron. Maybe I overlooked that. But the Tigers are catching 15.5 points against UTEP.
It's 13.5. I don't know where he got 15. I don't ever remember being 15.5.
Okay. It is 13.5. I'm seeing even 13. So,
do we take UTEP?
Jackson State's not been very good this season. So,
yeah. I mean, UTEP played with their food the other night. Do they have anybody on deck?
It's probably an MTE.
They got Northern.
No, it's probably the winner of the other game.
Okay. Yeah. Give me UTEP. I'll lay it. It's a lot of points to lay with UTEP, but I mean, they're coming off a bad game. They didn't play well Monday night. They should be laser focused here.
I think UTEP wins this game. It'll get comfortable, though, and I don't think they're going to run it up because I think they'll probably have another game this weekend here in this MTE thing. Jackson State has not looked good. They played a bunch of bye games. Like, I understand the reason why they're 0-10, but under the hood, it's still not good, in my opinion. I've watched a couple of these. The only one that I was slightly impressed with was Arkansas State, but Arkansas State had Memphis on deck. That was a total look-ahead spot. I'm interested to see Jackson State once they get into SWAC play, but they're not a team that I want to jump onto the side here. So I'm hesitant, but I'm going to take the points. I just think UTEP wins this one comfortably, but they don't run it up here.
Okay.
Florida A&M plays BYU. This is in Provo, Utah. I like the squirt gun that Colby added to the bottom of this slideshow here.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah. Do you know? Do you know where FAMU just played?
They just play Utah.
Yeah. This has not been a good strategy for some of these teams in buying games when they play BYU and Utah back to back. I will lock up BYU. They're going to win by 44.
They've had 3 days off. They played Utah on Tuesday.
What has FAMU been doing in Provo?
I don't know, dude. But it's not like
they don't fit it out there.
It's not like your Friday, Sunday though, where you'd typically see these teams go for the weekend. But yeah, chat's ripping on me for calling it a squirt gun. I called it a super soaker after that too. Don't worry. But yes, to me, when I see the picture, that's a squirt gun. Then I associate it with Colby's super soaker Dundeeism there. Yeah, BYU is probably the right team, right side here. 33.5. That one probably closes around 40, doesn't it?
Not gonna be like it. Go good.
All right, we've got one last game here on the slate: Southern and Loyola Marymount, and Loyola Marymount -7.5 on mybookie.ag. This line's all over the place for what it's worth. You can get some 6.5s, you can get some 8.5s. We're going to pick this thing at 7.5 here. So Southern is off of that Ole Miss game from Tuesday, traveling all the way out to California here. Mac, your thoughts?
I think Marymount's the right side. Yeah, I mean, they played really well against Ole Miss. This is a sandwich spot to get USC on deck. I kind of think Marymount wins by double digits. It's a fringe lock for me. What are you doing here?
So Marymount also just had a really tight win against UC Santa Barbara. Like I don't
comeback win.
Yeah, don't love this off of maybe a little bit of a letdown. I feel like Southern can compete in this one.
They do have a big home game Sunday against North Alabama.
I'm going to take Southern.
Okay.
I'm going to take the 7.5. And what'd you say?
I think I'm just going to stay off it.
Okay. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to lock up Longwood at a fourth play to the slate because that's the show. And let's jump into our favorite plays of the night here. We've got Colbys Locks scrolling across the bottom of the screen. He has Valparaiso, Houston Christian, Longwood, St. John's, Cincinnati. He locked up Southern and Jackson State.
Okay.
Mac, do you want to begin it off with your favorite plays tomorrow?
My favorite play is going to be the Providence Friars, 1. Number 2 is going to be the Cincinnati Bearcats, number 2. And then number 3, the Zips get it done against Yale, catching 3.5. They're going to win outright.
My favorite, before we get to my favorite 3 plays, go ahead and drop us a like and subscribe here on this video. YouTube-wise, we're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers before the new year. Go on and help us out there, or else this show's kaput off the airwaves, off of the YouTube platform. Anything else I want to say, plug before we get out of here for the TMZ folks?
Fucking quit being a lazy fucking subscribe. It takes 3 seconds. God damn, right. I see the numbers, how many people are watching. I know how many of you are not subscribed, and we ain't gonna make the deadline. So you're gonna have to go pay for picks. Good luck if that's what you want to do.
All right.
And if you want to fade us, well, you ain't gonna be able to fade us anymore. So it hasn't been very. It might actually help your bank account. So maybe you don't want to subscribe if you're in the fade crowd. But yeah, come on. We need to average 57, 56 a day. We can get that easy.
Then what if you count the Christmas Day and the December 26th days where there's no action, Mac?
Well, then we got to pick up the slack these other 9 days where we don't have games. So quit being a lazy fuck and do something about it.
Yeah, the only day that we're taking off, by the way, folks, is Christmas. The 26th, we will have a futures episode, just like we did last year. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. We plan to be here after New Year's Day, but going to need that extra 700 subscribers. My favorite play tomorrow, Friday, December 20th, is Appalachian State plus 12.5 against North Texas. Both teams like to play it slow. Bottom 50 in tempo each. I just think it's a game in the 60s or the 50s. Mountaineers cover the plus 12.5 is my prediction there. I like Seattle in the crack house. It's only their 3rd game against a D1 opponent at home. Minus 6.5. And then Providence plus 6.5. Home opener in the Big East. St. John's first road game of the season. That's just automatic play in my book. And if Bryce Hopkins plays, they could be live on the money line here. Mac, we're being alerted from the YouTube chat that we missed a game.
We did, and I was putting my picks into tally site, and I'll lock up the Peacocks at home, playing 2.5 against Delaware.
Yeah, I like St. Peter's in that game too.
I think they're way better than their record. I think they're way undervalued. So yeah, give me the Peacocks. Thank you, chat, so that you can get that last one in there.
Yeah, that's a good game that we almost missed. Colby's slideshow, I guess, was missing a game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Alfred saying that we don't care about the chat anymore. It's just because I'm hosting the show and I can't be flicking through all of the comments. They happen so fast, guys. We've got 500 of you guys across all platforms tuned in, 300 of you on YouTube right now. It's tough to keep up with, I have to admit, when you're hosting a show. So Mac has locked St. Peter's Maximus. So yes, Mac.
I'm locking Marymount. I'm at it. It's the last game of the night. I'm getting a bet in Marymount. I'm locking too. So check the picks page. I may bet them all tomorrow. I feel good. Seeing the board well.
Alrighty, that's gonna wrap up today's show. Good stuff. Tomorrow we will be back. So no pregame show. We've decided Colby's gonna go live with a college football pregame show. It'll be branded college football. He'll include some of the basketball games for the smaller slate here, only 16 games. So tomorrow live, I think he's going to rock with that 6 o'clock. I don't know what time slot he's going to go with, but tomorrow, Indiana Notre Dame pregame show, but he's also going to talk some college basketball games, these games that he has at the bottom. He'll go in depth on the schedule and the plan for tomorrow night. So Mac is going to join Colby for a post-game show, recap show on the Notre Dame-Indiana game, the Hoosier State football battle in the college football playoff. And then shortly after that, like 20 minutes after, we're going to go live with a college basketball picks show for this mega loaded Saturday slate here. We've got 70-something, 80-something games to run through. So that will be after the recap show for just that one college football game. It'll be 20-minute long show, basically. And then we'll jump into the monster that we've got to cover for Saturday. Plenty of great games that we can't wait to cover, including a CBS Sports Network 4-team battle. I think that kind of headlines the day there. So yeah,
there's some good ones.
Yeah, follow my friend here, Ryan McIntyre, at moneyline_Mac on Twitter, X, social media platforms. You can do so the same for me at NoahB77_. You can follow Colby Dant at the Colby D. You can follow the show at TCE on SGPN. This has been the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we are out of here.